All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Juan Cristales with the Duplex Built to Rent, man. Today we have Tashawna, and we're going to be talking a little bit about DSCR loans. I want to introduce her. Well, I'll let her introduce herself and basically just tell us a little bit about your background, how you got started in the business, and I guess really your area of expertise.
Yeah, so I first started as a financial manager and then I quickly positioned myself to become a mortgage broker. So in the past, we were using clients' mortgages in order to restructure their debt. So once I learned the power of how you can leverage equity, I began to look at real estate investing. Now, before I even got into that, we were trying to buy a house. Actually, we purchased our first house and we had the worst case scenario. Renters skipped out on us. We
Mm.
had like it was infested. Like we had
Oh,
the worst story you can have.
yeah.
And so we kind of stopped right there. And we was like, we don't know if we want to do it. COVID hit. We had no choice. Our house that we had purchased after that was rented out. And so we didn't have nowhere to stay. So we was like, you know what? Let's find somewhere to stay. We stayed in Airbnb and we started to invest during that time. So, as we began to invest as a mortgage broker, I started looking at different loan programs that could allow for us to qualify with the score that we had at that time. We had like a 660, and we was looking for loans that will allow for us to go ahead and quickly acquire properties, fix them up, and build it, as well as acquire land. And so, for the past 5, 6 years since then, part time, we've been able to build a multi-million dollar portfolio, over 1 million now, close to 2 million now, thank God,
Yeah.
and
That's awesome.
and a six-figure passive income. And I do this same process over and over again. So now we've been able to really put ourselves in position to free ourselves on the personal side, but also now help our clients do the same.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'll tell you that's in my opinion, it's one of the biggest sources of success is just repeating the same thing over and over
Yes.
again. People like want to try new stuff, they want to like do crazy stuff and like I want to try this new strategy, this the other strategy. I'm like, guys, just that's what I tell my
Stick to one
people.
thing.
Build these duplexes, refinance them, and just play that game out for several
Yes.
years. You'll look back and you'll probably be in Tatiana's place here in a few
Yeah.
years. But that's awesome. So this is really cool. So one of the things you told me is that you started doing the DSCR stuff for yourself. So you're very intimately involved. So I
Yes.
guess give me just a kind of wave top of like what some of the pre-qualification items you look for.
Yeah, the main thing is on the construction and purchase side, we look at experience, or at least you can partner with someone that has experience, reserves, because we got to make sure that you have the budget for renovations. We also make sure you have the closing costs and to be able to pay that mortgage during that time. Now, there are lenders that we partner with that will cover those your mortgage payments up to 2 years, but that means you still have to have some reserves in order to close as well as carry on with the project. What we also look at is your score. So the lower your score is, the least opportunities you have with certain lenders. The better your score is, which is close to 700, if not higher, the more opportunities you have to get the funding that you need. On the refinance side of that, it plays also into the same realm. The main thing that we're looking at on that side, though, is can your rent cover the mortgage?
Okay, that's a very good, very specific delineation. So the very first part she was talking about, guys, she's talking about the new construction loans. They are able to offer new construction loans, and that's what she's saying. You need to have the cash reserves. They're going to look at your credit score, so on and so forth, your experience base, and all the other stuff.
Hmm.
But now we're getting to the point where the building is finished. You have your
Hmm.
certificate of occupancy, and now we have to get it refinanced. We have to pay off the construction loan, and now we're moving into stabilized lending. We're talking about 30-year fixed
Yes.
rate. So let's talk a little bit about the DSCR and what that implications are there, what we need for that.
Yeah. So the main thing, as I said, the rents is going to be the main thing that plays into that. Your experience, even as a first time investor, you still have options available to you. So we have lenders that's willing to go as low as a 660 credit score. And if you have a 620, there are some lenders that are willing to still play ball with you. But what I highly recommend is at least a 660. That's going to open you up to private money lenders as well as institutional lenders as for the most part. And one of the main things that I want to say with DSCR, whenever you are doing your numbers, first of all, you already with partner with Juan, already know you're going to make sure your numbers are right before you even come to the board. But what you also want to make sure is you have your expense ratio calculated in. Make sure you're including your taxes, your insurance, because all of that is going to be determined in that payment. Now, what I love about DSCR is you can go interest only. And what that means is that you pay the interest on the loan and not necessarily the principal as you would a normal mortgage payment. And usually those are spread out for 10 years. Now, if you don't know this, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. In about 10 years, during that time, you're gonna see your value in your property increase. And so if you want to continue to pay the interest on it, then you can be able to do that loan again. This is one of the favorable things that you can have as a investor whenever you're looking to refinance your property.
Cool. So one of the reasons why someone would want to do an interest only loan for a 30-year type of loan for the first 10 years interest only is to maximize the cash flow. Maximize the cash flow during that time, because there's not going to be any principal pay down, which is fine. But, look, I tell people this story all the time. My wife and I, we bought a house in 2008 at the top of the market, right before the crash. And then by 2009, or I think we bought in 2007, whatever. The point is, in 2009, I couldn't get rid of it. I had to move. My job moved me. I couldn't rent it. It negatively cash flowed for many, many years. I still have that property. I look like a genius now, right? But it wasn't because I know anything special. It's just I held on to it for a very, very long time. And and that's how you win in real estate, is holding on to assets for a very long time.
Yes. And historically, if you think about it, you have seen even at a 2-3% appreciation in an area, in about 10 to 15 years, you definitely will see it grow in value over time.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so how does somebody get a hold of you? Where can they, get your contact information? I like to just, give people the opportunity to just, select who they feel, most aligned with for some of this stuff. We've had other DSCR lenders come on board, and, it's just a function of like, hey, man, who can understand my situation?
Right.
Who can be creative with me? Who can give me the opportunity to really, maximize my potential on this particular duplex that we've just built, and then just, get it stabilized for the next 30 years for some sort of a, 30-year fixed rate loan or something.
Yeah. First of all, I like to say what you were just saying, what works with my situation. With all of our clients, one of the first things we do, we sit down and try to understand what is your goal, your end goal. And the way that we structure our loans will depend on what your specific strategy is and how you want to move, whether that is you want to acquire, build 1 to 2 properties a year or 10 to 15 properties a year. That really determines how you would structure each and every deal as you go along. And so we love to have that white glove real estate investing experience with our clients. And if you want to be able to contact me, I'm on social medias at Pumps and Profit, PUMPSANDPROFIT. And if you would like to contact me directly, my number is 470-282-9064. Just send me a text message with your name. Let me know that you came from Juan, and we can be able to connect from there.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the information. And man, I'm excited. I think 2026 is going to be a fantastic year for real estate.
I agree.
Made a video recently that if rates hit 5.5 or lower, it is going to be absolutely bananas. So get the relationship started now. Get the paperwork started now. It's going to be a very busy year.
And Juan, just to add to that, I just got a client a 6.625 interest only yesterday.
That is fantastic.
So it's, the rates is there. Yeah. And the difference with me is I'm a wholesale broker. So I get access to, rates that individuals won't see online or get themselves if they go into a bank or a regular lender.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Thank you again, Tashawna. I really appreciate it. And man, guys, please show your love. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop. There it is.